We are back in the Publix kitchen with the wonderful Chef Tony. I'll tell you, the best time to hang out with you is in commercial break. I learned so much about you. It all started because we were talking about the movie Meatballs.
Meatballs.
And then it went into Animal House for some reason.
Well,
and then it went to you being really the Bluto character in Animal House.
Well, you know, so there's a party theme. And as we party with those around us and produce good food.
That's right. And that's what we're going to do today. I would ask you, what are we cooking? But I could see it. Spaghetti and meatballs.
Spaghetti right here, right? You were asking, how do you cook spaghetti? You know, when we say how to cook spaghetti, there's always one simple instruction, how the package tells you to, right? It's their product. They know how to do that. The one thing that I would put in there is make sure you add salt to the water. One, it kind of raises the heat of the water a little bit. There's a scientific principle behind all that. I don't know it, but I've read it. But it also seasons the pasta, right?
And that's key. And that's one of the big things you want.
Your food has flavor from top to bottom. So by seasoning that water, you season the pasta and you get a little bit more salt there, which means you may not have to put salt somewhere else in the recipe to make it taste good. So build from the bottom, finish at the top.
Let you know.
Especially on pasta. I mean, because some don't take quite as long as others. There's now these fresher pastas. Some are made with different types of flours. May not. Don't put oil in your water, because where does oil sit on top of water? On top.
You'll see that nice shiny layer.
That means it's not on.
Right.
So you're putting oil in water to oil the water. I'm just saying. You add a little bit of oil then, and that helps keeps it separated in case you separate it, and then when you warm it back up, you drop it back in hot water.
And it sounds so basic, but I've had all different types of noodles that weren't cooked properly, from overcooked to undercooked.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Basic things to do to make sure that you have what you need.
Good. So meatballs, you got to have meatballs. So with that, we have chuck, we have our mozzarella, and we have some Parmesan cheese. So we're taking the ground chuck, the mozzarella, and we're going to mix it all together in a bowl with an egg, some panko breadcrumbs, and a little bit of garlic and ricotta.
That sounds delicious.
And we form them.
Yeah.
Put them in the oven for 10 minutes, take them out. Pour your sauce over the top. 10 minutes, take them out. Layer them with cheese. 6 minutes, take them out. And you're done. 30 minutes is what we have right there. Meatballs and spaghetti. And then you have some garnish to put on top. You want to plate this with?
Yeah,
let's plate this. Let's grab a plate.
One of the things, too, I love about this dish in particular, if you have a family, there's a lot of value when it comes to spaghetti and meatballs. It's relatively inexpensive, but it's a hearty meal. And then the other thing you were talking about, too, with meatballs, guess what? You could have a sandwich the very next day if that's what you want.
Right? Or I like it to put them in a pita. Let's get this a little bit closer. This cheese is going to get all over me here. I'm wearing white today, so just to show how clean I can be.
That's why I went with the dark shirt.
A little bit
whenever
more.
We're in the kitchen, because it is a party in here, as you always say.
A little bit of this right here.
Look at that.
Oh, hey, look at me. I'm spaghetti and meatballs. And the thing is they're baked, so you didn't hurt a saute pan. You don't have oil splattering all over you everywhere.
Right.
Everything's done through the oven, so you can kind of go around and do some other things. Maybe you got laundry to fold or a kid to wrangle. There's always something else you can do.
That is delicious. I love the way this is cooked. And again, I like how you baked it, because everything just kind of soaks through all the different flavor with the cheese and the ingredients. This is delicious. All right, to get this recipe, you go to newsforjax.com/recipes. Chef Tony, you have done it again. I'm going to keep on eating. Now, if you want to pick up these quality ingredients, just stop at your neighborhood Publix store. Stick around, more to come right after this.